Hey there, it's Amanda. I am going to be making greens with magical sesame salt. Anytime there's a recipe that has the words magical or sesame in it, I'm pretty much in. And it's another recipe that comes from Evergreen Vietnamese, which is a new book by Andrea Nguyens. I just thought it sounded great, so here we go. So I'm going to use 3 different kinds of green, collard greens, and then I am also using kale and some spinach. What Andrea has you do is put 1/8 of an inch of water into a pan, and then 2 large pinches of salt, and then, sorry, hold on one sec. Not that you're holding on for a sec, we're probably gonna cut this. Wait, what? Oh, sorry. I'm actually supposed to add the prepped greens first. Add your water, then your greens. Actually, this is not collard. This is, sorry. This is Swiss chard. Doing the stems and the leaves. After you add the greens, you're supposed to add 2 pinches of salt, which I've already done, and then also 2 pinches of baking soda, which is not something I've done before. That's 1, and that's 2. Give them a quick toss. Then I'm gonna put the lid on and cook them for just until they are slackened and tender. Now she says to just cook them and then let them cool in the pan. Because I'm doing 3 different batches, I'm gonna get a bowl of ice water, a new bowl of ice water because that melted, so that I can plunge the greens into ice water and cool them, which will preserve their color and also stop the cooking very quickly. Alrighty, I think my first batch is like done. You see it's very soft. So I'm gonna take that and plunge it into this ice water and just give it a little swish because you want the cold water to get in there. Now I'm gonna move on to the kale, but I'm gonna add a little bit more water. I don't think you need to pour out the old water. Some of you might disagree. You can tell me in the comments. Okay, so I'm gonna add a little bit more salt. Oops, once again, I did it at the wrong time, but I don't think it really matters. I think actually what matters is that it dissolves in the water so that the salt, you know, gets into the steam that surrounds the greens. That was the baking soda, and now I'm tossing this. Andrea says that you can make this pretty much with any green. She recommends water spinach, lacinato kale, collard greens, Swiss chard. She offers different cooking methods for each green. We'll include that in the recipe. Checking on my kale, which is looking a little droopy in a nice way, but we're gonna keep it going for just a minute. Not even a minute, maybe even just like 10 more seconds. Okay, I'm calling it. Spinach, which is the last one to go in, is gonna give up the most liquid. I'm gonna add them to the pot. And these paper towels, by the way, you can save them, just dry them out, because all they've been doing is absorbing, you know, clean water from the greens. These are compostable plastic bags, which I order online, and I really like them because I do find that I need bags to store stuff in, but I just can't tolerate anymore using plastic bags. I feel so guilty using them, so I've been trying to switch to compostable for as many things as possible. Okay, so this is a lot of greens. Add some salt now. I'm gonna call that 2 pinches because it was a big pinch. It looks like a big pile, but if you've ever cooked spinach, you know it's gonna wilt down to basically nothing. All right, just give it a toss so that salt and the baking soda gets distributed and the heat laps each leaf. Whew. Alrighty, so I think our spinach is good to go. I'm gonna pull this ice bath over here. Now we are ready to move on and make the magical sesame salt. So I've got a 1/4 cup of toasted sesame seeds, and I'm gonna put them in a mortar, and then I'm gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. It calls for granulated sugar. I'm using superfine sugar just so that it really breaks down. 1/4 teaspoon plus 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Then I'm gonna just grind away, might take me a little while, until she says it's finely textured and you can start smelling the nutty sesame. I can actually smell the nutty sesame already, but I'm gonna keep going. The sugar and the salt help break down the sesame seeds. Oh, it smells so good. Here, I wanted to show you just how nicely textured and finely textured the mixture becomes once you've ground it a bit. And so I'm gonna put that aside. And the next thing we're gonna do is actually drain the greens and What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the greens in little bundles. Basically take a small fistful so that you can really push out as much water as possible. And then I'm gonna spread it onto a dish towel. And this should be a dish towel that you are happy to have green stains on because the greens are gonna bleed onto it. So I guess what I'm learning about this recipe is that there are quite a few steps that involve meditative activities. Just to complete the drying, I like to fold it in and then give it a little press. Press out any last bits of moisture. Lift this into a mixing bowl and use my hands to break it up because we're about to dress it, and you want to make sure that the dressing can get into all the little crevices of the greens. Andrea wants these to be kind of bite-sized pieces, and I was putting in whole leaves, which I guess they've broken down and you could probably leave them. But what I'm going to do is just give this a quick chop. Put those back in the bowl. We're going to work some fish sauce, 2 to 3 teaspoons. Now, since this looks like 3 cups of greens to me, not 4, I'm gonna start with 2. And she says that you wanna mix it and taste it. You know, you want there to be enough fish sauce that it tastes savory, but obviously not so much that all you're tasting is fish sauce. Oh, I taste it. That's good. Okay, great. Now all we do is we add the Magical Sesame Sea Salt. Keep calling it sea salt. The Magical Sesame Salt. I'm not gonna add all of it because we don't have quite as many greens as the recipe calls for. Yum. We are gonna add a little bit of lime juice too to brighten up the flavor. I'm not gonna add a whole half lime. This is a very juicy lime. You know how like lime juice can dominate sometimes? I want the sesame to be the primary flavor. Okay. Wow, the lime juice really does actually like brighten everything and kind of brings all the flavors forward. So just add some taste, add more if you need to. I'm gonna add a little bit more sesame. I'm feeling a little greedy about the sesame, I guess, because it's so good and it smells amazing. Time to plate it up. It really is magical. Thank you so much, Andrea, for another awesome recipe. And I hope you'll check out her book, Evergreen Vietnamese. I'm going to devour this plate, probably off camera. Mmm. So good.